G'day guys, welcome to this episode of Pete versus Plants. I am Pete and the plants are in the box. Plant is in the box. So this arrived today and I thought I would do a cheeky little unboxing video. Annoyingly, and I sort of get irritated, people sometimes put the reference, section on the postage, what would you say, the postage, details here, and they write down what the plant is, and I'm kind of like, God damn it, I wanted to open it without knowing. So I already know what this is as a result. But I have quite a few things coming this week. I couldn't help myself. I grabbed a few more things online, mostly in groups. And the main group that I'm in, if you're in Australia, get into Rare, Tropical and Indoor Plant BSS. So I think that's Buy, Sell, Swap Australia. That is run by one of my friends, Sriram, and it's a really good group. There are always really good auctions going on there and you'll find insanely unique plants here in Australia. But I got this one recently in an auction. Was it an auction? No, it was a straight sale, sorry. So the person had just listed the price. And I think I'll just get it out and then show you if I can open this. All right, there we go. Whew. Love when they use shredded paper and it comes out like confetti when you suddenly open it up. All right, how have they done this? Let's see if I can gently open things up. So they've packaged this really well. Sort of stuffed paper on the side to keep things sitting in place during transit. Okay. This stuff's going to go everywhere. Let's see. All right, so I wonder if you guys can tell what this is. I got another one, guys. So I've already done an unboxing video for this exact, well, not this exact plant, but the same type of plant, and I'll link that above. This is a variegated silver sword. So I saw this come up and it was very affordable. It was like less than half the price of the one that I bought previously. And so I thought, you know what, I'd like two of these just in case, because the one that I do have seems to be reverting. I'm giving it the 3 strikes you're out sort of, what would you say, ultimatum. So at the moment it's pushing out its third all green leaf, I think. I'm going to wait for it to unfurl, and if it does, it's going to get its head chopped off full Ned Stark style. So yeah, I couldn't really help myself. I am a huge sucker for variegated silver swords. I think they're just absolutely beautiful plants. I really want to grow out a big one, and so yeah, I thought, getting a second one in the collection would be really good. I haven't seen many of them going around. They are there if you keep an eye on the groups. I've probably seen one pop up every 2 or 3 months, and they tend to go really quickly. And so I think I bought this one within 20 minutes of it coming up on. I was like, done. As soon as I saw it appear, I was like, sold. And I bought this for, the previous one I got for, I think it was $500. It may have been slightly more than $500. It'll be in that original video because I paid for postage on top of that, obviously. This one appeared, and it's about the same size as the one that I got previously. It was $215 and postage was $20. So yeah, in Australia, that is an insane deal. And I've heard this is one of those weird, unique plants, unique in terms of price, that overseas is way more expensive than it seems to be here in Australia. And I'm not sure if that's just because of popularity, but the ones that I've seen for sale, I was looking at a list of import prices for Thailand and some in Indonesia. And there were variegated silver swords about this size for sale in Thailand. And I think, granted, some may have had nicer variegation than this, but they were 2,000 American dollars each. And I was just like, it's weird that a country like Thailand or Indonesia with which is the currency difference, right? The equivalent amount of money that 2,000 USD would be in Thailand is probably months and months of wage for a person. It's so weird that it's so expensive over there when we have them in Australia here for, low triple digits, mid to low triple digits. So anyway, I found that really bizarre. I also watched a video recently, and I can't remember the woman's channel, but it's a woman over in, I think she's in California in the US, and she was going through the most expensive philodendrons, and she mentioned this on the list and said, yeah, in America at least, it's incredibly difficult to get your hands on, and if you do, it's going to be probably thousands of dollars for something this size. So you guys will have to let me know if you've seen this locally, wherever you are in the world, if you guys are in the US or in Asia or whatever. If you've seen these, how much do they go for where you live? I'm sort of curious because, yeah, I find it kind of perplexing at times, the differences in prices of certain plants in certain regions around the world, because it sort of reflects popularity, but also availability. And yeah, it's just a really sort of curious phenomenon that you'll find some plants in Australia will be cheaper than they are in the US. And in Australia, it's incredibly difficult to import plants. So usually the prices of plants are much higher relative to places like, yeah, Southeast Asia and America and you know, South America and everything. So anyway, I got this one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I really hope that this variegation sticks around and gets a bit stronger. I guess we'll see how it goes. I have seen even nicer specimens. Like this variegation is pretty good. It's pretty marbly there. I'm not sure if you can sort of see properly on that leaf, but it's not as contrasty, if that's a word, as I have seen some variegated silver swords where it's almost like aurea variegation. You get this like bright yellow sectoral variegation, and that is just, yeah, that's on the money. Anyway, I'll grab my other one so that I can show you what's going on with it. Okay. So here is my other variegated silver sword. Now, when I got it, I think it was pushing out this leaf. So it was slightly larger than this one, but yeah, I paid $500 and something for this guy. And then it pushed out this leaf. It's been growing really quickly, to be honest. Every time it pushes out a new leaf, there's pretty much another one on the go, like you can see up the top here. It pushed out this one recently, which finally hardened off, but I think there's a little bit of yellowing at the tip there, but I don't think that's variegation. I think that's just a little bit of damage from when it was unfurling. And then this leaf is coming out here. So I'm going to give it a chance. I'll see how this leaf looks once it's out. I have a feeling it's going to be looking like this. It's going to be green, and we're just going to have to give it the chop. The good thing is the internodal spacing is pretty good. Some decent aerial roots here. So I think, you know, worst case scenario, if I do give it the chop here, hopefully whatever nodes activate lower down will have a decent amount of this marble variegation on it, and yeah, the variegation will continue once it sprouts out. But I guess we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'm just a total sucker for silver swords in general. And as you probably know from my channel, guys, and the plants that I've shown you on here, I'm also a massive sucker for variegated plants. I think I can see spider mites. You've got to be kidding me. I can see a web, and there's like little white things attached to the web. I have to give it a spray down either way. Anyway, but yeah, I'm a sucker for silvery blue plants like the silver sword. Silver sword is probably my favorite plant, to be honest. And I'm also a sucker for variegated plants. And so when you combine those and you have a variegated silver sword, dear God, shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money. So yeah, that's probably enough for this episode, guys. Just a short one. Hope you enjoyed. I am going to get more plants this week. It is December, so I am trying to get out a video every single day for December, as you've probably noticed. I think this one will be coming out probably on the 12th. I guess we'll see how we go. So I will include more videos, obviously. I'll do a mix of unboxings, and recently I've been getting into anthurium, so I may have some interesting anthurium in the mail. Wish me luck with that though, because I have no idea how I'm going to go with anthurium. They seem intimidating. Anyway, I'm Pete. These are the plants. Thanks for joining me, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.